When the armory began, I was very interested in the new heat-treated skins. I found the fade to be very attractive, and even some of the new stickers are pretty cool. But I didn't expect charms to be the most interesting set of items to come out of this update. If you don't know how charms work, they currently can only be redeemed through the armory. Once redeemed, they can be applied almost anywhere on a skin, and they also have a very unique feature, which is the ability to remove them. If you have redeemed a few charms with your armory stars, then you likely already have a lifetime of these guys. If not, they can also be obtained through weekly drops for free, which is pretty cool from Valve. But that's also why charms were written off upon the initial release of this update. How can an item that could potentially be redeemed for months, if not years, that also have a static supply due to the ability to remove them, possibly catch the attention of the broader Counter-Strike community? And that is where the patterns come in. As you will see, there are not only entire color palettes used for many of these charms, there are also different patterns. So not only will you have to hunt for the pattern that is considered desirable, but you'll also have to hunt for a color that is considered desirable. And compared to any other skin in Counter-Strike, that is harder than you think. For all skins in Counter-Strike, there are 1000 patterns. The 661 case hardened is pattern number 661 based off of this template. And Karambit corners can have different wear despite their identical float, it's all based on how the pattern chooses wear positions. And there are a ton of other items in the game that are affected by wear. Pretty much every skin is affected in one way or another. And this is how CS skins have operated since they were introduced with the Arms Deal updates. And despite some unique ways that it has been implemented, there are no changes to the fundamentals. But then we get to charms, and for whatever reason, we have 100,000 patterns. Imagine hunting down a 661 case hardened, but instead of 1 out of 1,000, it was 1 out of 100,000. If that was 100 times harder to get, there's a chance that not a single 661 would exist today. And that's just how unique these charms can be. As of today, nothing big has come of these unique patterns. Color spectrums would make it hard to differentiate between a couple values of difference, and the patterns haven't revealed any unique desirable or funny items yet. But with 100,000 options, if there is something unique in existence, there's a good chance that it hasn't been found yet. And you can't tell me patterns 88,888 and 42,069 aren't going to get overpay from someone. But people are already overpaying for good patterns, and what is considered a good pattern already has a somewhat consistent community consensus. That being said, some items are still somewhat undecided. If you clicked on this video looking for information on patterns and prices, it's likely because you're looking for a die-cast AK, as this has garnered the most attention. Although there's no confirmed values for all 100,000 patterns, Hitbox made this guide giving perspective on how the patterns work, at least for the die-cast. The AK goes gold, red, pink, blue, and then light blue, and of course all of the values in between. As you would expect based on this graph, the pink and purples are the market value items, as their quantities will be the highest, and it becomes difficult to differentiate between them. Also worth noting that the oranges are also market. And likely also expected, the gold charms are receiving the highest overpay at $150 plus for the best patterns. Not like the current prices matter much anyways, as charms, especially the die-cast, are holding a very high price on various markets compared to the other armory items. So we should be expecting a massive supply increase in the coming weeks. And it's not like these gold AKs are difficult to obtain. That being said, I would never expect a gold die-cast to sell from market. They will be hunted by collectors. And it isn't a blue, so I wouldn't expect everyone and their dog to own one like a heat-treated deagle. And with Buff just releasing charm searches by patterns, and likely every other market following soon, it's going to become very easy to differentiate between normal charms and rare charms very soon. And with that, these different patterns will find their true value on the market instead of theory between traders. For all the people wondering about how much their unique pattern is worth, it's all very liquid right now. We will know very soon, probably in a few weeks. For other interesting charms, the Titanium Op can be found in gold, although not nearly as striking as the AK, and also in purple, which might honestly be the more desirable pattern. The semi-precious charm will likely be the most expensive as it can be obtained in emerald, The T-side knife can be obtained in gold, but I don't see it holding the same overpay. Expect the hype around these items to die over time, and overpay to disappear for lesser items with it. But for some of the better charms, these have become the premier market snipe items of the armory, and I expect to see a cult following going forward. And speaking of market sniping, I know what Steam Market bots are going to do for the foreseeable future. Since charms can basically be removed for free, and the skins can be sold with charms on them, look for low value skins with charms, remove the charm, sell the charm, and profit. I'm not sure if Valve are going to implement restrictions, but as it stands, I see a lot of people making a lot of money sniping the market this way. It's about as free money gets. You don't even need market knowledge outside of the market values for the items and the charm, so it won't even be hard to get a bot set up to do the work for you. Imagine the money that can be made if these or other charms start to get expensive. It's going to get real weird, real fast, and probably very highly unethical. Maybe this is why Valve didn't want us to remove stickers.